you living, B? Yo, I'm lounging. Yeah, how you living, Ski? Yo, I'm just lounging, B. Yeah, how you living, G? Yo, I'm just lounging, B. Yeah, how you living? I'm lounging.
Like you said, I mean, this entrepreneur thing is, kind of become trendy or whatever, but it's not for everybody. I mean, people think they want to do it. People think they want to get involved in it and start their own business. And then they realize it's a lot of work. I mean, it's not for everybody. And yeah, there's a lot of worrying, and I have, anxiety issues and things like that. And it's just, even though I think I'm not worrying, but in the back of my head, it's like, you're always worried about something, you know what I mean? So it's, and like you said, you're always constantly trying to innovate, and where am I going next? And what am I doing next? You're back.
But I caught, but I did catch you. I did catch you that it's, but from the stress part, you can't let the stress get to you. I mean, firstly, it's good to stress. That means you care. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
That means that means you want to grow. Right. And that's a good thing. Yeah. But you just can't let it overtake you.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
But there's, the ways that I've been posting about and things like that. There's ways to deal with that too. It's like, I work out all the time. It's a stress reliever. You meditate. That's a stress reliever. You do things to relieve that stress and free your body of those toxins. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I've been focusing on the last number of years, is that I focus on my health. I focus on my eating. I focus on working out and taking care of myself. And it's been a remarkable improvement in my stress situation. You know what I mean? So I'm not nearly as anxious or stressed as I used to be, so.
Larry, I think I've seen you do before. You take like cold showers in the morning or cold baths in the morning or something like that. Like you do like a cold shower.
I've tried that. Yeah. So
I think I've seen that you've done because I think I've seen you do like you jumped into one of these freezing pools in the morning. I think you showed it once, or if I have that correctly, but I think you brought it up one time.
Yeah. So I've tried the shower thing. I don't have a cold, my next on my list is to get a cold plunge tub, which they make those systems that you can keep them outside or whatever. But, so I've done the cold shower thing, and I've just learned I'm reading a lot about it, doing stuff like that. And there's so many benefits to that.
There's so many benefits to it. There's so many benefits, if you're feeling stressed and you're feeling that pressure for the business, there's so many things that you can do to offset it. Right. And to actually get your body right, get your mind right, and actually be able to attack. Because listen, at the end of the day, like I always am looking on how to grow, right? And my business isn't going to grow and be healthy if I don't grow and be healthy. Right. You're the engine.
Right.
You got to keep that, just like a car, you got to keep that engine fresh, and you got to keep that engine moving good.
Right. And that's something I never, I'm going to be honest, when I had young kids like you do, I never realized that. I never realized that I have to take care of myself first. You know what I mean? I was always running around like an idiot, taking care of my kids and which is great. I do that anyway, but my focus was sort of there on myself. I was working out and doing it, a little bit here and there, and not eating, whatever. I was not eating great, but now I fully realize it's like, I come first, you know what I mean? And that may sound selfish, but you know what? When you really think about it, if you don't take care of yourself first, you can't be there to take care of your family. You can't be there to take care of your employees. You know what I mean?
100%. And also, again, it's setting the right example for the people around you, right?
Right.
If you're going to be a leader, you want to set the right examples and have the right principles in place for yourself, and spread that to your family and to your employees and your work colleagues and your friends. Right. You want to be able to spread that. And I think that's super important. And it's hard, because the truth is that so many people, especially over the last 2 years, have lost that sort of faith, because it's just, things have been so hard, but and there's been so many challenges, but you got to get to that, and you got to really do self-care.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like, I come from a family and that has terrible genes, right? I have a real metabolic problem. I don't process sugar correctly, and I have high cholesterol, I have high blood pressure. So it's all genetic stuff, right? But I've come to a point where I'm like, I'm not going to go down the route that most of my family has gone down, and I'm going to do everything I can to reverse my family history. You know what I mean? So, the things that really affected me is like, my dad died when he was 72. It's like, I don't want to die when I'm 72,
Right.
I want to be active when I'm 72. I want to be able to go for long walks and ride my bike and do all that kind of thing. I want to live, you know what I mean? I want to be active. Yeah. So, I'm not patting myself on the back, but I'm right now at age 51, I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my entire life.
Amazing.
And that doesn't say much, because back in my 20s, I was a fucking fat piece of crap. You know what I mean? And, when I was in college in my early 20s, I weighed over 300 pounds, and
holy shit.
And now, I mean, I can proudly say now I weighed in this morning at 207. So
that's great.
But
incredible.
I mean, it's a total reversal of, I'm in the best shape I've ever been, but I wasn't in that great shape when I was in my 20s. You know what I mean? So it's like, I can proudly say that, I feel good. I feel better than I ever have, to be honest. I feel like I'm 25. I don't feel like I'm 51. So I do.
You look 25 man.
Thanks. I appreciate
you look
that.
Young. Yeah, I'm telling you.
I appreciate that. I got a little bit gray hair going on, but that's,
At least you got hair, man. I've lost it all already.
Yeah, how you living, B? Yo, I'm lounging. Yeah, how you living, Ski? Yo, I'm just lounging, B. Yeah, how you living, G? Yo, I'm just lounging.